Hi, everybody. It's been a decent while since I did like a general sort of life update, health status type of video like this. And lots happened in the last few months, so I figured it was time for a little bit of news for y'all. Full disclosure, this is also the second time that I'm doing this video. I tried filming it on my phone, and the audio got screwed up, and I didn't check to see that. So if any of you saw that, sorry about that. Um, so for those of you who don't know, just a quick refresher. The last 3 years or so, I've been dealing with a really bad injury on my arm that I got when I was working on the Tome video game. It's not been great. It's really impeded my ability to work efficiently the last 3 years, and I've done everything you can possibly imagine. Physical therapy programs, cortisone shots. I've been to like 10 different doctors at this point. It's not been fun, and last fall, I was working on a freelance project and pushed myself way too hard while animating and re injured myself even further. And turns out I contracted tendonitis. It took until last summer for me to even get an answer from a doctor that that's what it was. So that was great. Thankfully, I found an orthopedic doctor, actually an office that has a hand specialist, a back specialist, and a shoulder specialist, all of which I've seen. And thankfully, they were able to help. And so, over the course of the last several months, one back in December of this past year and February of earlier this year, I've had a couple of surgeries on my wrist right here and throughout my hand, PRP injection surgery. I've done two of those now. And the good news is that actually has helped me recover somewhat. The injury is from my wrist through my fingers, down my arm, even a little bit on my tricep, and back in my shoulder blade. And I've been continuing to do everything I can to try and recover. I've been going to the gym 4 days a week. I've been doing physical therapy. Exercises from home, stuff like that, and then these surgeries as well. And this is with what I'm about to say next is not with any kind of like medical authority whatsoever, but my assessment is that I think that the tears in my wrist have been healed from the surgeries, and which has actually allowed me to be able to draw again at all, which is great. Those of you who maybe have seen some of the stuff I've posted the last few months, I have been able to do some drawing. I have been being very careful and only doing little, 20 to 30 minute bursts. And the reason for that is because after a certain amount of time, my arm starts to flare up with inflammation. So there is still pain present, unfortunately. So after seeing the hand specialist just the other day, actually, right before this, and this is part of the reason why I'm making this video, I had decided that I am going to get the third PRP surgery. The specialist was telling me that third time's the charm for people that have had like more serious injuries even than what I've had before. So I'm going to give that a shot, and I'm hoping that it will help a little bit. However, the news that I got about all of this going forward is not great. This injury is permanent. So even with this third surgery and all the work that I'm doing, I'm probably not going to be back to full working condition with my arm ever again. Um, I I'm continuing to do everything that I can to help improve my body and be able to keep maybe drawing for longer periods of time, because the fact of the matter is, those of you who know me from my animation work, everything from Tome to my Newground stuff like Brawl Taunts and Nintendo collabs and Parody Rangers, Rost Forest, my ability to produce these works in the first place is because I've been able to work very fast, and because I can animate and draw for hours and hours on end. And that ability has been dilapidated because of my injury, and it's not good at all. It's been very, very disheartening. Literally, even as I've been like watching stuff and playing or watching my friends play games or whatever and getting creatively inspired, I've been reminded of this very harsh reality of the fact that, like, hey, remember when you could you made a 16 episode TV show length series because you could do the majority of the animation on your own for those 4 years, and you actually did it in that span of time. Hey, remember when you could stream for hours on end doing all these background characters for this game project? You can't do that anymore. So literally, even the stuff that I've been working on for Balancing Act, which is effectively my magnum opus, like dream project that I've been wanting to do for my whole life. Um, I've been chipping away at the storyboards as much as I can, with in those little 20 to 30 minute spurts, but that's all I've been able to do without hurting myself. So it's rough. It's really really rough, and I'm shocked, to be honest, that I'm even like taking it as well as I'm taking it, um, because news like this I would expect to kind of make me crumble a little bit, but uh, and I don't know, maybe I'm delusional, thinking, oh no, I'll get better, I'll be okay, and however many more years of having to do this, or like, oh, I'll get help from people, yeah, somehow I'll like make enough money to be able to pay other people to help me do this kind of stuff in the future or something. Yeah, totally. I don't know. Or maybe it's just as simple as like, um, my dream is to continue to create stuff, and and I have so much resolve that I am going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to do whatever I can uh, to accomplish those dreams and make them a reality. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Um, it's keeping me going. Uh, so, but I wanted to let you all know that unfortunately that's the reality, is that this injury is probably something I'm going to have to be dealing with for the rest of my life. In the same way that, like, people who are athletes, that they have to deal with, where they're constantly in pain and they're constantly having to do medical stuff to keep themselves going and be able to do what it is that they do in their careers. That's what I have to do in order to be able to do anything at all. And I'm willing to do it. It's disheartening and it's upsetting that now to know that my level of productivity is just inherently going to go down because of this, because I pushed myself too hard. So and I guess to all artists and animators and up and comers out there, let that be a lesson to you to please take care of yourselves, and don't make the same mistake that I did, because this is the price of that. So this is something connected, I wanted to mention briefly, and maybe I'll make like a more a proper separate video for this or something. I don't know, but if any of you guys are interested in supporting me, throughout what's going on with this, I do still have a Patreon, and I have officially decided that I'm changing the $10 patron tier to no longer be a monthly raffle for a drawing for someone. It's now changed to being a Discord server for $10 patrons, where you get invited in, and we have monthly private Q&As with me and the members of that group. I post all the stuff that I'm working on ahead of time in that server, so even the storyboards that I'm doing for Balancing Out right now, you get to see them there first. And all of that just goes towards medical bills and rent. I'm not doing anything extravagant with any of the money that I'm making. And yeah, I'm working. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing everything that I can, and I'm hoping that this will still get better over time through my own work and through help from others, whether that be the doctors that are trying to help me, or you guys out there who are supporting me, and my friends and colleagues, etc. But that's what's going on, and it's not great, but I'm not giving up. I haven't given up after all I've been through, and I'm just going to keep on trucking along, and I hope that you guys will be along for the ride. So please continue to look forward to my future animation work, hopefully. I'm going to keep on, working my ass off. So, but thank you for listening, and appreciate you all. And I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit happier than this one. So, take care, everybody.